He was fired from Cleveland's police department for lying on his job application, but he's better known as the officer who shot and killed 12-year-old Tamir Rice. And tonight we've learned Officer Timothy Loehmann was hired to become the sole police officer for a small town in Pennsylvania.
The mayor of Tioga Borough confirms Officer Timothy Loehmann was sworn in yesterday as the only police officer for a town of 700 people.
And tonight I spoke with Tamir's mother and that mayor of the small town about Loehmann's hiring, which is now shrouded in controversy.
This picture is going viral tonight. It features former Cleveland police officer Timothy Loehmann being sworn in as the sole police officer for Tioga Borough, Pennsylvania. It happened during their Tuesday council meeting. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Loehmann is the officer who shot and killed 12-year-old Tamir Rice. It happened in 2014 in Cudell Park. Rice was playing with a toy gun.
It just feels like there wasn't a lot of questions asked before him being sworn in.
That's kind of the sketchy part about it, is nobody's given any answers.
Tonight, dozens of protesters expressed their displeasure with the move in this small town of about 700 people. Tioga Borough Mayor David Wilcox showed up to the protest to address the crowd, and he also talked to me via Zoom about Loehmann's hire.
Before today, I had no idea that everything came back clear, that he didn't have any bad remarks on his record at all. That's the way it was presented to the rest of council and myself.
He tells me Loehmann was one of 3 candidates on his radar for the last month and a half. Now, the mayor tells me he sat in on Loehmann's interview and his time in Cleveland did come up, but nothing was ever mentioned about his role in Tamir's death.
I was not allowed to take his resume or look into his background.
Council unanimously approved Loehmann's hiring for $18 an hour.
It's shameful and it's very scary.
I talked with Tamir's mother, Samaria Rice, and she is incensed with Loehmann's hiring.
You don't want to see him work as a police officer anymore?
No, he should never work as a police officer, ever.
So how could this small Pennsylvania town have missed Loehmann's past? The mayor points the finger at his police committee.
I believe I was misled. When I swore him in last night, I wrote his wrong last name on the oath of office. That all of that was withheld from me.
Are you guys planning to keep Timothy Loehmann on staff as your sole police officer?
So myself personally, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Mayor Wilcox says Loehmann has yet to work a shift, and he won't until this is all cleared up.
So the mayor tells me he's urging the town council to call an emergency meeting to discuss Loehmann's past. Now, we did attempt to reach out to the council president to ask more questions, but we were not successful. Mayor Wilcox tells me Loehmann was hired on a 90-day probation with the intention of promoting him to chief after a successful probation.
Breaking news. A busy afternoon here. Just moments ago, we learned Timothy Loehmann withdrew his application to be a police officer in Tioga Borough, Pennsylvania. To the surprise of many, he was sworn in just Tuesday night. Tioga Borough posted the update on its website. Shortly after his appointment, people across the country and right here in Northeast Ohio began to protest that news. Loehmann is the officer who shot and killed Tamir Rice at the Cudell Rec Center back in 2014. Loehmann was fired from the Cleveland Police Department in 2017, but it wasn't for the shooting of Tamir Rice. It was for lying on his job application for the department.